Hello, Toads and Toadettes. Man, was the Nintendo Direct for September 13th, 2022. A Direct that we will remember for a very long time. I might even go as far to call it my personal favorite Direct. Obviously, I mean, there's a big reason why. It's a thing that carried the Direct for me. And we'll get to that later. I think this Direct was really amazing. I'm going to try to keep my certain game bias out of this discussion, but basically we're just going to go over some of my highlights. This is going to be first party only, so no third party, not even Mario Rabbids, even though that was shown. I'm not going to be talking about that. First party highlights only, and let's just get this intro out of the way and start with the first game they showed. They actually start the Direct off with a new Fire Emblem game, a new mainline Fire Emblem game, Fire Emblem Engage. This is actually pretty reminiscent of the February Direct. They started off by showing a new Fire Emblem game. It was Fire Emblem Warriors, Three Hopes, and now here we are. This time we're actually getting a new mainline game, Fire Emblem Engage. I'm not the biggest Fire Emblem guy. I do have the games, I do play the games, but I've never been like super into Fire Emblem. Three Houses was amazing. I played Awakening, that was really good. Fire Emblem's a good franchise. I'm just not the biggest fan of it, like not too into it. I do like it though. Fire Emblem Engage, it does look good though. I've watched the trailer. Looks like a good Fire Emblem game. I've seen a lot of people happy about it, which is awesome to see. And I think it's about time we get a new Fire Emblem mainline game. Then, after a bunch of farming games later, I don't know why there was so much farming games in this Direct, we get to the N64 online, Nintendo Switch Online app expansion pack. Expansion, yeah, it's getting an expansion. A bunch of new games are coming to Nintendo Switch Online. The first one they show is Pilot Wing 64, which do not sleep on this game. Pilot Wing 64 is a very fun game. Pilot Wings Resort on 3DS was really fun, so this is honestly going to be a pretty chill game to have on N64. We don't know any release dates for these games. They said they're going to be coming eventually. I think they showed some for 2022 and some for 2023. The next one they showed was Mario Party. Mario Party is a classic. My favorite thing, just a highlight of this game, is how you literally lose coins if you lose minigames. It's basically just a way to say you suck. The next game they shown is Mario Party 2. For some reason, everyone's favorite. Don't really see why. Has good boards, has good minigames, has good costumes for each board. Solid Mario Party game. And then for Mario Party, they showed the last one that was on N64, Mario Party 3. It's a Mario Party game that goes under the radar. I think it is almost on the same level as Mario Party 2. I do think Mario Party 2 is better, but I think Mario Party 3 is still enjoyable. There's good boards, good minigames, and everything. Happy to see all three Mario Parties coming to the N64. They then proceed to show Pokemon Stadium, which is really good, as that means Pokemon games are possible to come. So if we ever get a Game Boy expansion thing for the expansion pack, that means we can totally get red, blue, green, yellow, and maybe if they show Game Boy Color, we can get Gold, Silver, and Crystal. That would be amazing. But Pokemon Stadium, I never played it. I've heard good things about it though, so that's really cool to see. And not only was that coming, but also Pokemon Stadium 2. Good to have the sequel coming along as well. Then they showed 1080 degrees snowboarding. I have watched someone play 1080 Avalanche on the GameCube. Never seen someone play 1080 snowboarding though on N64. Don't know if it's good. It's interesting to see though. Then we get to see Excitebike 64 coming. It's Excitebike. I mean, how could you really go wrong with Excitebike? I really only like the NES Excitebike. For the people who are excited to see Excitebike 64 come to the expansion pack, good for you guys. And then they end off the N64 games by showing GoldenEye 007. It's a classic N64 game. You have to have seen it once. I personally like watching the speedruns of the game. It's an amazing game, and I'm glad they're bringing it to N64. I know a lot of people have hard nostalgia for this game. The game's amazing. It's a really good game, and it's good that it's coming to NSO, as more people need to play this, especially people who maybe have not touched an N64 before. This is one of those games that you need to have. I'm so happy to see this coming to N64. After they wrap up the N64 games that are coming to Switch, they show a Mario Strikers Battle League update. It's the second free update. It is adding Pauline as a playable character and also Diddy Kong as a playable character. Pauline's cool, I guess, sure, why not? Diddy Kong, though, I want to talk about Diddy Kong. They got rid of Diddy Kong's, like, meditating Hyper Strike from Mario Strikers Charged. No idea why they did this. I thought it was funny. Now it's kind of just what you would expect from a Hyper Strike. But it is cool to see Diddy Kong coming And then they also showed off some new gear coming to the game. Next, we get the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass Wave 3 announcement. I did get caught off guard with one of these tracks that I did get to, but first, let's start in order. They first showed off Merry Mountain from Mario Kart Tour, an interesting real-life tour track to add, as it's not really from an actual place, it's just a Christmas-themed track. It's going to be cool as it's releasing in holiday 2023. And then the only other track they showed was the one that caught me off guard, Peach Gardens. I have been asking for Peach Gardens since the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass was shown. Peach Gardens and Airship Fortress are some of my favorite Mario Kart DS tracks I've been asking for a while, and finally they had Peach Gardens. It's one of my personal favorite tracks from DS, like I said. Also, it was in Wii. I love the Wii version too. So glad to see this come to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And then here we go to my personal favorite announcement. This absolutely carried this Direct. It's already been good, filled with a new Fire Emblem game and a bunch of DLC and new updates coming to games, which I was stoked about. But man, did I lose my mind when I saw this new announcement. And that is Pikmin 4. Yes, it is happening. I made a video a month ago almost, or a little bit over a month ago, talking about what happened in Pikmin 4. And here it is, it's shown in the Direct right after I make that video. I made a separate video just talking about the Pikmin 4 reveal and how crazy it was for me. I grew up with Pikmin, it's been a big part of my life, and it's just amazing to see Pikmin 4 be revealed. It's been 7 years of speculation, and it's finally announced, and it looks amazing. They really didn't show us that much, but it's Pikmin 4, man. It's gonna be so good. And then a few minutes after the Pikmin 4 reveal, they show us Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, a remake of Kirby's Return to Dreamland from the Wii. Fun fact, I don't even own Return to Dreamland. It's one of the few Kirby games that I do not have. So I don't really have any nostalgia for the game. I know a lot of people have nostalgia for Return to Dreamland, especially if you grew up in the Wii era. I never played it. It looks good though. I probably will get this. I think $60 is a really high price though for a remake. The original game was less than it. Does look cool though, and hey, I mean, it's Kirby's Return to Dreamland. I've heard good things about it. I gotta get to playing this game, so I guess this is how I will experience it. And then their big announcement, which is a close second, it's a far second place from the Pikmin 4 reveal. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. That's right, the Breath of the Wild sequel. This long-awaited sequel has gotten a name. It's called The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. They showed us some more gameplay, and they gave us an official release date of May 12th, 2023. This was actually pretty cool. I was still just flabbergasted by the Pikmin 4 announcement, though. That's why I'm not like super excited. I am really excited, as I'm also a huge Zelda fan, and I'm gonna have to probably make a separate video about this because this is also a huge announcement for me. Even though we already knew the game was coming, it's just cool to see it and get a name. And it's a cool way to end off the Direct. And boom, that was the September 13th, 2022 Nintendo Direct. Like I said, it is one to remember. Probably my personal favorite Direct. Now you guys probably know why. Pikmin 4. That's besides the point. That Direct was amazing. And if you guys enjoyed this discussion video, please consider liking and maybe subscribing. Subscribing is free. It makes me happy. Or it makes you happy too. Pretty sure it's a fact. So maybe try pressing it. See if it does anything. I don't know. That's besides the point. I do have other Nintendo-related content on my channel. Like I said, I also made a whole entire dedicated video just talking about the Pikmin 4 reveal, if you guys are interested in that. And on that note, guys, I will see you in the next one.